Mecha yetiefo nyina na your party man so a omo regions ni nyina especially Greater Accra mefa fidie so Adom 106.3 jumedie kese omudi ya ma party no yenim se enye bibia anko no se ne ayesi ehwehwe no but omo kire odo a omo wo ede ma party no ehwe se at the end of the day no bibia ekoso kama enti anopei mebo omo nyina aba so se Omama party no aya akono.
Matsibida say Honorable Sister Child Outstanding kind of Greater Accra Regional Secretary Emma NDC. Honorable Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover represented the New Patriotic Party. Honorable Memo Kwaba.
Mejuso akwesi asempa.
Mejilisa weekend in Ekoye.
Oh na me ninkran.
Go okay.
Free Friday no ko fa omayeni papa 1 week na sia.
Okay, sharp.
Emze mo buy na medical ko. Ntibe ko brekum. Mami mfa kunya weso na mechia regional chairman kwa me bafo abronye and the regional executives constituency the two Brekums east and west doma 3 constituencies nyina Sunyani east and west German north and south any other constituency ebeboa yenya yima oyimama the consensus organizer for East.
Okay.
Or minyo madam for 1 week in manya kwai anko. Nti yakobua okrafo na ebusia any part no. Am yakatanichi nti bibenra enyem na mbedu ye. Nti nyame adom bibia kama.
And as well, everybody I say, well, abusia 35 after 9. Join your Facebook nothing. Komaya Bechicheno, Adom Nsem Biaudi to Facebook are making Kayamau. I'm a Mavis, so say good morning, how are you? We are well. Yada CP, and I say ni odate SA Asempa at APAM SHS. PTA is now PA. Okay, Mate. Erasmus Nuchupi. I say good morning, Asempa Erasmus. My home message. Josephine say Waboa. My home message. Gasby Bonsu. Thank you so much. Comfort Siedua Medase and Samuel Yoi. Thank you. Faustina Kale. My home message. Walanyo Akwatia Medase. Mama Ba Yesko. Thank you so much. Musa Abatwa Medase Bebre. My home message. Na teacher Kujo. Was my home message, you know. Well, Honorable to Chai, my member of Sonafe, Yemfiasia, over the weekend, NDC, more constituency elections. True. Saying?
Largely, you know, it was very successful. Pockets of infractions kakra was some of the constituencies. Mebo your party for many nyina abaso say omachire omadwen as to why any power was say ulidi constituency no and I say constituency executive sir I was say yenya e dey call the next general elections omo mu wini ye na omo mu di gugu no nyina mebo mu nyina mabaso ye nyina yaso de say ye hwe na omo lucy ye eno omo win ye no omo nya omo ba together not together no ye benya that synergy to fight the 2024 elections. Greater Accra Hanum no ye were 34 constituencies. Now before ye be call elections no no ye call elections no with 33 constituencies. Amasaman was outstanding because at that time no Amasaman no na Afikra na yepese ye omu branch elections for strategic reasons. And don't you know you call elections move 33 constituencies. Me know say 6 of the constituencies no outstanding na yenye omu elections. 3 of the constituencies no are Amasaman Okankwe South Amasaman Ayawaso North any Shao Sudoku yenya last minute injunction a day to the elections no na yenya injunctions e wo muso and don't you know yanko no to say na yenya no si call no.
What was the reason for the injunction?
Well, first one no Ayawaso North no the issue is about decision our party not taking on a former chairman under suspension. but a colleague for review of his case. And a review, you know, as at the time elections no although we'll go through a vetting in anticipation say a ruling will be made on his appeal, you know. The ruling had not come into party, no idea, no actually honum since be omuma ruling now whether it will allow him to contest or not, you know. The decision of the appeals committee at the national level, no omuna omema ho kwan.
Okay,
it as a result, you know, I was say they no insisting honum, but nipa no so eko file injunction since be he will be on the safer side.
Okay.
And he no ewo honum. Sha osudoku no so no and also no see a last minute injunction by. Now nobody even anticipated it because yama omo aye disqualify omo during the vetting ni nyina ho kwan eko before a regional appeals committee. Now omo call before the appeals committee, no appeals committee no ehun say mfunso na vetting committee no edi prevent no omo appeal sa a decision no nti ono so decision no sina no onti no ho ase nti a day to the elections no so the injunction by amasama so no there was an issue of fake card printing in Semubi. And the issue was investigated by our national executives. At the end of the day, no, the chairman was found culpable and was suspended for 6 months. And you know, and also, a day to the elections, you know, and also a day a friend saying, injunction no buy. You have 3 injunctions,
okay,
you know, we'll be dealing with.
All right, in the Greater Accra.
Yeah, in the Greater Accra. But there were 6 constituencies yen to me and to aba ewo honum.
Okay.
Obum Domiabra. Obum Domiabra, Okankwe South, Madina. Madina. Ablekuma North.
Okay.
These are constituencies yen to me any Adenta say, you know, your main elections, you know. But youth and women, no, and also yenye, and because party, no, before I ever call elections, no, party, no, ama ye holding youth and women elections because they have not given a decision on an appeal about honomo.
Okay.
They wrote to us to hold on to that one.
Okay.
I just sank ye nina any friend saying, these are the outstanding constituencies. I was say yeah.
Okay. Now, my phone call Ashanti region. Now, a member Honorable Titus Glover. So, in the Ashanti region, as someone say constituency, yaniti say all incumbent executives, omolusuye. All incumbent, Honorable Muntaka constituency executives, ninjina lusuye.
I mean, that is the essence of multi-party democracy. Greater Accra, there has been similar changes. Nobody anticipated it. What you say, but constituents, you know, they know what they want. They know what they are looking for. And no, it is not for a national executive or a regional executive or a constituency executive to determine. And so, we shall Greater Accra say now. Your constituencies be we least expect to say there will be massive changes. But you see, I can give you examples. Sege, Ablekuma Central, Ablekuma South, a lot of them. Tema East, a lot of them. There has been drastic changes. But I say, but you see, the idea yet a woman say. We don't suppress the people in determining nkofo mankasa pesa omoye eduma no, because we say changes here be, you know, it is a natural.
No, but Tema East also almost the same.
Yeah, Tema changes by
Tema East.
Yeah.
Honorable Titus or constituency.
Yeah.
But okay, that's a new member of parliament, and the first time in parliament.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Your friend is simple.
Honorable Ashao Damti.
So, does it mean say he's not in touch with the executive?
No. You see, the party itself, the MP is part of the party, but ono jumano a chain your friends or additional juma.
Yes, but if indeed, I mean, first time MP say you are in touch with your executives any year, I don't think they will vote your executives out. Now, the new setup.
A new set entirely wrong, but Senator Tato say personalities be one who expect to say it be a change, a back home. What has it?
So, do you think, sir, the parliamentary elections, you need to change their candidate?
No, that is not the influence. No, not at all.
Really?
No. I can give you an example. When I was in office, I didn't have a majority party in the office. Even in my second term, I did it. you get it? But I continuously win my parliamentary primaries. And no, that is not the issue.
But are you sure of retaining that seat, Tama East?
Yes, we are.
You are very sure?
Yes, it is our duty to ensure, say, we retain.
No, my duty there, it is.
Yeah.
But are you sure, as at now?
As
the way I knew my call Tama East in a moment to me.
We can still annex that seat.
Really?
Yeah. It is about the strategies you put in place and the will for the people to work extra hard and listen to advice. What is here? Until I know dear, very difficult. Very difficult. But election after the elections, how you manage outcomes, and also to a large extent, ebua ma nia opese unya se ade no koye ntokwa enu na enye aja se enu na enye hwe baby ti say ladade kotoponse there was almost a total overhaul of the place. We least expected say chairman beko, secretary beko, organizer beko. But it has happened. Enra, a shaman, any your friend saying, your friend Lejukuku. Lejukuku, I really expect to say, I'm a chairman beko, but you get it. And that openness, freedom for the people to determine whom they want, Ebwa.
No, but Nankia drinks NDC said a moche and sana mo elections be in Kayentity san your main injunction near dear man homework here because you told us say it's because manya but person musie party and TSC men musie ya still yen injunctions.
As a man, we knew.
There be how many years, but that's what you told us. It's Muamu West and Amman Kasa. Yeah.
You see, the change in leadership of the political setup in the constituency,
okay.
Because the decision to maintain or to change somebody lies within the delegates to do. And he said, Abba, that is the right. And that is a decision I was saying in here then you respect it. It doesn't mean say yeah kuntokwa.
My final question.
Say people are being prevented to exercise that right to decide who to choose. They say na esi wo MPP dia na. Obe say yeah election wa hanumu. Other group no beti no. You see election no wa hanumu. Those are the things are yanye.
Okay, but Osha said there changes in the bar. It's obvious, and I say you will need a new flag bearer for.
That is not the import, because every constituency need dynamic.
Because the changes are started back from the grassroots, and it's obvious.
Then America say the change, depends on each constituency.
Okay.
Who say I gave you a list of constituencies, sir. That year complete overhaul. For constituencies are status quo and maintain. And depending on dynamics, what will be our constituency they took those decisions.
Okay.
Osha injunctions is here. Who can one say? Asempa. the whole of Greater Accra, 34 constituencies, there are 3 injunctions. And I've explained the 3 injunctions. The party has gone through all the processes. What is here? But one say, "Oh, family, no now still who feel say there's still a leeway for you." It is the court. And Obian to me prevent you.
But
Adia yen hwehwe say ntokwa nkofo afa kotiba ye enu ni adea yen pe ewo politics.
The BNC.
And as far as I'm concerned, Greater Accra.
Mate, Honorable Tetechai, may I say, I was for Honorable Theophilus Tetechai, a Greater Accra Regional Secretary, my NDC. What joining is about 49 minutes after 9. Well, your second issue, no, your Kosua, Kwasi Kwatin from the Ministry of Education, were joining here. But first, Honorable Title Glover, member on the NDC elections.
I guess me that say, Amichia with you for ni washofunya. Me ko jate Tetechai, but. Enti sebi obofo ani nam gwa paso ene na yeho na kakra me kan ne say in every elections there are interest election bia yeko there are interest but interest don't enkoye interest at the end of the day ebeka amanyoko no abum so that together you can soldier on na utie dia senior eka no also Greater Accra, there were few issues of injunctions because of some anomalies be a cause. And the anchor newspaper can say fraud, personal interest, NDC elections. So we say we are consensus officer. Now the rules and regulations are back to conduct an elections, and you don't want to play to the norm. Now we are featuring Udukutukwansu akoye di opea. If the party machinery or the party administration in the region and now constituency are very strong and effective, so normally yes one. But more serious, who officer of the party, na say who budia fasudia, and ye say ye chun asudia, and ye asukino ebe die pa, and the or case 6 out of Greater Accra year no injunction na yenye injunctions in free so obi wo kire e be na ye chichim nsa na o case ya was north former officer back ye suspended no why application for review of decision no na o sure said that dey keka kono wan hwe na ya bone yam and quickly in as much as the National Appeals Committee for determination in mind on what the kind courts just to make sure say bibia beto ye diamano sometimes injunctions is just to straighten some bibia koswa enye
okay
and the say bia wo boni bimu and they said adene se kono ohun say sade on hwe ya on hwe na ade afebe any time and the enhwe na yen sanitize bibia na yem fantu ye na over the weekend na me war Birkum whilst I was coming na me tie suame. I mean, you can have disagreement with your party, but you want to extend to the destruction of party property. You discuss. And it's also party property. Na ichire ye kan sem na esi here. Sika na ye kope edia ko CC party na nyama na wa said no. Ubetebi. They have to go around and look for money to go and buy all these things. It can be furniture, it can be television sets, it can be any other thing. Now we share because people are angry, their names have been taken out, they made some appeals, there's not been any determination, and the yes party idea only
office wa mu yi bibia fi ho TV the best show
you can disagree
everything
you can disagree ne me mako be first time me ko primary 2008 mako veti bibia kama ya pass me 2 days to the premise and ya frame na Sami Crab na Greater Accra chairman na me chairman at the time was late Honorable Kenneth Obinfosu and our friend say you disqualify me. Hey,
2 days.
Who define? Na edo sabre no a wonye careful we but take a decision bia you will regret in your life. Obi abeze of a party ni court. Ko independent your way. but obia jaw kwa eka woni won nyame.
Yeah.
The decision that you take will either move you forward or bring you back. But you must always look at the interest of the party first. And the Mekanti at that time senior we won what manuta. And the Chamulago. I want me gather me support the senior red bands and a me G ko jani na and am dugu. Asema mi kei minyanu mu what manuta and you are test it. Me G ko jani e di kerosene gumu e peja e sheno. And I'm a catcher and say, and there's a party disqualify me. Ebiana be paper woman Munya Butre. Let's support the party. Any decision the party have taken, let us support it. But the uncle say idea. And this swam NDC for now, Moko say party properties, no. Minimum. Their names and faces are all over social media and all that. After so they say maybe either it is the east or the west. I also say Derry. Yeah, best right. The Eastern Regional Party of the NDC and share so that all of us together we can resolve all these things. Na zegede baby ube chinchi ubianza biblia ya na di nsem neba. Na ye ka wenu a ye fi region mitie chamofu sompofu. Or kaze oma yade in such a way say so who contest for constituency at the same time who fight who pick it will be about region. So who lose you constituency na ye wadwin say uban region there na ubwa wozu wa region now you say who lose into uba filing for national no simultaneously they are filing all over.
Okay.
And it obi nya sa space no and they also per constituency trawa.
Okay.
Wozu per region trawa and open national so trawa yeah. So that all of you can work together. But last week me ba no me kasembi mesa repetibio General Mosquito is the longest serving General Secretary in the Fourth Republic. He's an institution when it comes to political administration. And then also on Kubio, Mesreno, or your mini opening, or to me, wafa. I am piano to no, and jay. So, Nimse was some General Secretary, and open a shachamaya. Then these people they are there. Ya kaina ukaze ya sisa executive bibli wokozinzi no. Indeed, if he had served well and they think he can perform better as a national chairman when the time reach, the delegates will look at it. At the same time, me per style of me the national chairman, my big brother of Zampofu, we to a young piano on your casa on blue Pentecost style and on now form to say about time. And okoninya motubako ozi say you accuse of example for say onya strong na ese nkitia the two sa anyampiano and also say we see nya stronger and then say meshe patakari na me tie move friends catapult move friends chikaze tie udi meshe uti udi tie she uti na we patakari na cheze we strong we nyina nya kasapa na mesre miniam benyufo mienu no they have great respect. We share a student ketia a two-term member of parliament is it winchi north time hono why deputy minister for agriculture with the general secretary is that the fourth term obekono wako 12 years right and obeko fourth one 16 years we share for some professor we did DC ewo fantiakwa we did MP 92 ewo fantiakwa we did national organizer we did vice chairman we did national chairman we did minister for Eastern region we did local government minister and we did board chairman. Very rich experience. You can't throw him away. Obia one is strength and Obia also no shortcomings. Minya ngom mienu nyina maintain my respective position, but Obia nini diope yentumi for so mo enti yebesere se yema asunjwe emba if there's peace in NDC, it's good for us as a political party in NPP. Yempeso boku mo na ye tutututu they are good in that. na bibia ya kama na adiba kwa mbeka see that na me catch no ebia na mi we ye wotem ayi attach there berkum me su ayi be see me bada o mama e Brekum yasi me Titema East Meridian FM in Cheo and this was some go election no e park na me see no yasi me ma go check ma go tell me Cheska and mama chama na lusu and go me tell me baby o na me visa ni part of friend na me say aso me na me so mo nsem o mo kokromuti and me tell me baby am no body and my man you executive of the Maize and this no men congratulate you nyina
but ono obesia Kotema East.
I've told you I'm not interested. I have no business in Tebais, and I can't wait the so.
Even if I'm a babe friend.
Oh, Debbie. My yebi.
Oh, really?
My yebi. Nah, it's good. Says he say they are comparing me.
Wow.
They've compared what I've done and now.
But don't cause one kebebo.
Oh, Debbie.
This a no.
No, it's a no. I've moved on.
Wow.
I've moved on. It is good they are now appreciating what I was doing. We do a bit here. Now, when you do the comparison, you can see. I've started the bar. Bar master what the Maize no. Eso. Bar no so. They are better and matra. So they are seeing, they are comparing and see whatever is going on. And we'll make sure that the senior Casano also was it the Maize he was struggling to defend it, you know, to senior. Wouldn't him say, look, the disunity in the MPP that cost me.
Okay.
The disunity in the MPP.
Yes,
the post-primary management.
Yeah, but he capitalized on it.
Please, me bow. Me can net the sisu biom. Say Ashai Odampton. I am not the one that took him to court.
You are not the one.
I'm not. Please, it is not me.
You are behind that.
I'm not.
You are. No, but last minute arrest.
Please.
You are behind.
Masa, me wa oninku size 17 oninku school. Me ye a night rally. I have no hand.
Now can
me want to frame me. 1 week to general elections. It is our own party people who connived Mpensenpensenmu
to arrest him.
Yes, they were behind all that happened. Because that is going to call 30. Me call 30 ma. Me go be anymore.
And to a party for now.
You see, MPP they organize this.
Wow.
My whole party people that champion all these things. But we are seeing how best we can come together. And then you see they know that when we unite this set, we'll take it back.
Well, whether you unite, I know you're another issue altogether.
So we'll unite and take our seat back.
Okay,
but I'm not behind the rest of Ashai. And you mean I'm going to tell me. Minimum. And yes, some young person. And yes, I mean, yes, some people from Ohio.
Yeah,
but I mean, you're not I am the year in the past. What Jitum say, the party for Nankasa and the orchestrated his idea. No, that alone, I salute him. Because at that time, no, those were the things I came here to say. Oh, I dare no. But
then the party for no working against him.
I know the one of them. What's that? Something way.
No. But why you're modern? What did you do?
But sometimes I'm.
It's
really
personal hatred.
Oh no,
is that?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
What you consider Juma? Senior D 2 years Abdullah Central.
Wow.
When you move and people will start seeing. Look, things that I've done in the constituency. May Bobosu and there. No MP has ever done what I've done in Tema East. When I've started mentioning.
And when you know.
The more you stay in power, the more be Juma Waye no Juma Waye. And the statistics educated the Nazi. They are dead, they will tell you.
No, but they are all kind they are now all kakura on about a child demo.
What happened
is and
this for the year. Me see a free year camp.
So does it mean say by Mahama or when who do you
what the East?
Debbie, I won't mind him.
That was there so kind of
Mama. Every president will buy so baby. But you need to do something extraordinary. I'm a never knew what.
Okay.
You met me the building.
Mate, I don't want to child.
We should port expansion now. A Juma idea back tema any environs now. Then you want more shaman or more new areas, you know. A Juma idea bano and yadikro. And these are life sustaining jobs. And you know, Mahama Juma no dear. Minya no de be ojitum and your can cre. Ade ba kwa me pe wo no. Say ade ni da ho obeka. Yeah, kind no. I believe say young Shania AC or economy.
The DNC. Shenzi.
Oh, she's here. Asem. Who they be a bahan man who lives in a show.
Asempa.
Yeah, no, we're trying to sway and Asem.
The person who lives here dry.
Oh, but no, monsieur, I mean, no, yeah. That's it. Monsieur, I mean, no, yeah. That's it. And I may buy me some petty. And I'm with the child bar. 5 pounds now, the fish. Maybe, no, monsieur. Oh, the other that just go by requesting once you. I mean, no, monsieur. I shall fancy brown. I know. Sir.
And it is because your president office say we need second term. And no any ne die so. And an insaka.
Really?
Now the president at the time of over power. One call Ghana for him and Pacho.
Oh yes.
One call Ghana for him and Pacho. And then what is the language of the president? Asempa, maybe so. And that president no kasano it was saying.
But that's presidential language. But then
so is that the type of leadership we want this country to inherit?
But former President Mahama says some. Ewo Kumasi wango kan say akoko sachira kroma enye one can say oye bibia mo kra or the gold decision from kromu. Okay bi. So is it not presidential language? At the time he was president.
At that time all cancer asem. Obia ejitum say region has witnessed phenomenal development. O cancer asem no e di see asem so. And the stronghold of the MPP, they are the very people who are hooting at the president. Asempa, who are those hooting at the president?
NDC for.
Oh, sir. NDC for ne hooting at the president.
And I say MPP for say monamoye.
You see, nyama we nyina ena. You see, MPP no, omo person mo face the reality
of them.
Nia air koso no. President no, why no to say, Corona ye woman no, onim nia air koso. At the time of president, Nana do Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Obebetna Omaye so, the economy has been stabilized. Obia jitum say, answer obeji oba befa omaye no. Na ye were a lot of reserves ye dia to hono, including oil sika gugu hono. Mahama did not dissipate the resources of this country. Ubeka Itama, finance minister, onya the penchant of borrowing. Debia osreska, debia okojiska. Yei, Dr. Ato Forcing, any adongonumu, I catch the Ghana for say. Nia papa ne yeno. Sika eno mu bua ema omuhu enye omai yanti masi. And today we all know. Say, loans na ye ko jiji yeno. It was because of the fees and charges.
Really?
Na kayede. Because say we a finance minister. Na ye kan kire o say, busia na wo bono. Wo tutokro bia, sa tokro no ye ntumi nsia. Na president sinaso. Vice president sinaso. Na finance minister sinaso. Na Bank of Ghana sinaso a. Die ne besi. Oman mu nyina e wo wiase mu. Ghana, yana yatari to. Your status no, you see a junk status. I see anything. Oh, tree mu yebeka ni say. It say tree.
Junk status, ba.
Yeah. The tree mu yebeka ni say. Bibi is at the fumbi locally no make say baller. To say Ghana no, you say amai omo hwe sikasem so no. Omo say ye ti say baller. Nkani beka say tumo. Just say ye din no asay e wo sikasem mu. And a dollar. Any ye cedi no. The worst performing currency in the entire world. Now say obi be general platform so na dollar 3.6. Not to me catch or say or no bar. Ghana sika no ebe appreciate as anything. As a pass anything.
So say sika no be yeni ye obe sika.
Enti actually say 3.6 ebe ba be say bia 3 and I say 2.7 ana meboa.
Yeah, but say nyane fault. COVID by Russia Ukraine war say
American
we are not in normal times.
UK Queen Madams we won. And ni nyina affect dollar no.
It's worldwide.
Yo.
We are say afa na nyina.
Empacho Argentina Cote d'Ivoire o musika no enda enkoda sa young status no. Adena Cote d'Ivoire mu economy enkoda young status. Adena Togo o mu economy enkoda young status. Adena Nigeria mu economy enkoda young status. Ye kan asem na ye kan no kra wom. It is because the economic managers of this economy no has mismanaged the economy. To the sense that toko no mwetu no ye feel kra ni feeling ebe ye very very difficult. And I share IMF ena ebe boye mwana mudi be maye no omo no be kire adwane a ebedi ene na me hwe paper ni bi omo si omo negotiate on staffing just say ye juma no mu nyamanyama no employment issues I was say government enko negotiate on those issues minya anunti no president na ya na adwen say ne yakoso no emfa ne ho hwe ukọ education ajigon health ajigon
Then ajigon education.
For the first time in the history of this country, young parents, you will say you go school every week to give our children food.
I supply Ministry of Education.
Why say nyano
I'm the release about school bia ni hwa yeah.
Look, yeah, parents now experience we know what is going on. Share teachers no more bomb teachers into me nkasa no. Because who can you be you free honomo. That is what is happening. Your schools no ye din kwara no akogu honomo ti say sardine. Eno muda dormitories ti say ye makwan kra ma unhu ne ekọ so e school no mu. Dining halls are a cater for nkwada 500. Your sister nkwada 1,006 akogu school no mu. For a dining hall to me containing 500 students. Then we are destroying our education. Infrastructure wise, we are destroying our education. Resource in terms of resource are headmasters, headmistresses, the same. Then Niamike headmaster, headmistress, students, this is what is and yet Sebi, the less in endowed schools know. But schools now, you and I know say they are well endowed, you know. Worse.
I'm gonna come down.
I can mention the schools for you.
I
can mention the schools for you. Say education person I can mention the schools.
No, boy.
No, because Accra girls.
Accra girls are money aduane.
Minya. Me say on Accra girls, he knows.
Really?
Say, students, you know, accommodation wo ho no no. In terms of infrastructure, one kwada no omuni so mana.
Ma.
You see,
Okay.
We shouldn't lie to ourselves.
I love the child when they see full stop or mommy.
Huge challenges. The government should be open. The government should open up. Share. Your friend saying, Nyansano, and I say, your friend saying, Mr. Becano. Any baku etrim.
And think MPP eton sa friend this for some moment to Abia Mobeko.
Look, in our time, when the economy was challenged, what did we do?
Moko Senche.
And what did we do? We invited all shades of opinions.
Yes, but they refused to come.
Despite,
they had the men.
We had people from civil society.
Go and look for your men.
What
and then somebody you claim so.
Look, when you are given the opportunity to govern, and not just say you have been given that sole right to do what you like.
Honorable
challenges.
It's a full stop for Homame. Now quickly on the issue of Honorable Titus Glover Meba, so quickly empty with your so on the issue of on the PRO of Ministry of Education, what journey I'm watching there been Bacho Menkwansa, very last one. Bacho schools, you know. They say school be our Driani. Mudin Drianico.
Honorable Smienua Michelle and Etiefuna on the issue of food. No, the medical can say, Ma Yankwe Sebi challenges what the various secondary schools, and I mean broadly, your school setting in your education setting, Sebi and Ryan by.
No. Maybe some specific question. Maybe based on about and Ray in a buy. I asked specific question about Yenrian because of time. Yenriani in the schools.
Maybe. So busasem.
Yes, but context, don't take me back into
context is very important. No, context is very important.
We've gone past there.
Oh.
You are in charge now. Mona mo the free SHS by true or false.
Yes.
Yen kola Yenriani to the schools no. Ekwa na se enko.
Unless of course I mean you want me to answer it in a way that you want.
No.
And that's how they are. At least you give me the opportunity to answer. And only fair.
You are giving a preamble in the past. No, I asked a specific question.
Papa can say one goes to a no,
without due respect.
He made the whole of.
So I asked, it's only fair. Ekwana se enko. Oh, Debbie.
How do I address infrastructure on the bio?
No.
Talk infrastructure. No.
No. He's not asking you a question. I am asking you. I'm the moderator. Maybe I'll come to infrastructure. I asked about food. In Kolani Ndiane no ekwana se enko.
Sisi Aminoka say, all the secondary schools we have, including the TV schools, we don't have any challenge with food. Of course, Mejitum said in recent times, barely about 2 months and some weeks, yenya disruptions within the supply chain. Now, largely, no, the other side disruptions, and then by Ekoba said, Sebi, so Ukrateku and Asempua, now we can see a case of your supplier Fakwa. Asuma can say, Fanko. Na DNT Fanko because say due to inflationary pressures about recently, no, I mean you there ahocha abawi ase no Ghana. And then so the adwane ko na within 60 days I also obeju sika no but na sika na so ho de ayede ate. It is over 100,000 our supplier now the kwa in 2 months or 60 days time obeju sika no na sika no say be 100,000 adane be 90 or 100 na so ayede ate kakra. In the supplier no be ka cho say Sahodin ho, Sahodin in ho, Minfanya de Enko. Of course, Mateti Bebre say, yes, I buy the suppliers, I buy the suppliers. Now, buy because also the suppliers because of the regime and the supply and the distribution model I practice. I bring out the Adrian never Uko Bans and Obede, Obejusika. And at every point to be an Akadi, Kakrabede, Ebedaho. And those are the arrangements that we have with our suppliers. But then Kobase and I then to say I buy any can farm our suppliers in Jumon Fanya Day, Enkoi.
Okay.
Nana, on the qua and Fasodi or Nubenya Freeze, one young Fasobia day in Friso.
Okay.
But it was the more reason why Minister for Education, Dr. Duchum, intervene. May you see the word intervene because say, Oshe in your supplies, a buffer stock na ye. Critically and largely the buffer stock no say Ministry of Education I say. A Greek enterprise and as a agency and the Ministry of Agric. But of course, one money in the Jumayade, Ebumu, The Minister for Education, Dr. Duchum, has to intervene. And okay, say no, we should really look at how your distribution and the payment model the economy. And they say say there is an emergency response approach at every 2 weeks be nationwide school be in your journey. Sebi possible men hanga se be on abo asem ka bia atro na se akohwe da bi ade bia wo ye bia ni pansa wo human interface wo bia you may have transportational challenges, you may have logistics challenges, you may have storage challenges. It is possible say bia na school bia duane delay in terms of the supply. Perfect. Or mama example of such school e be kwa e be ja to me akoso. We are there to fix problems. You see say we are going to deny say now you are dealing with an excess of 1.3 million students. In your answer Monday 1.3 million students they are not, and we are no money d and you may no money d compare 1 week 2 weeks now. I mean, come on, we may have 1 or 2 challenges, but the impression is say in your and there is a whole lot of challenges and chaos in our schools. It's neither here nor there. Yeah, I want to make can say so impression on more creative as though challenges are within the education sector and run as 4 years go by and yet exist and yet true no now on the because in the answer on the floor of parliament honorable MPs on the floor of parliament we had a lot of members of parliament. I think somewhere even in the north one maka before free SHS say in your new one more schools more no money and so government should intervene. At every point, any of the challenges your education system has been systemic. And then my approach is that let's be dispassionate about it. I mean, devoid of the, of course, we are all politically exposed individuals. We may want to score political points, but if you know me and Kase Bini, me
pacho buffer stock omu nuane.
Buffer stock de nuane akomobia.
Me pacho me say buffer stock omu nuane.
Buffer stock. In terms of the buffer aspect in this country, we are not doing it. It's a public knowledge.
No,
buffer stock, as you man say, yeah. But as in say 2016 based in the buffer stock in this I have always had a challenge personally with it.
I'm in terms of
no, that's what I'm saying. Say the buffer component of their work is not something
to store the food.
To store the food, I mean, I don't speak for buffer stock, but you name say buffer stock. No, the Jumana say, you can't buffer and say, or
yes, no, but
say about Mammy, Kajane, and what Charaban, I say, be a Janet price there. Naka Mumu, the government, the night day, Abba. Nanka feel their Abana market na, Ubia, the was stabilized market. That model or that aspect of buffer stock, they have not been living up to that task.
No, so, but what's the challenge? Because here were one district, one warehouse. You're planting for food and jobs. Say the beya and Biani Bebu near to me a store. So if buffer stock and ye nim say ye free SHS, ye best supply in Biani if you buffer stock. So if buffer stock and to me yeah, what is the essence?
Yeah, I mean, and what's the man that if you go to other countries, in other countries, let me not even go far. Buffer stock a private organization. And there's a multi-million-dollar organization where you take credit facilities from banks in the especially core mandate with the buffer components. It's become a challenge here. The buffer component is something, admittedly, is a public knowledge. I think recently, Minister for Agriculture said it is something that they need to look at it. In terms of the details and the variables, the buffer component, buffer stock should be able to give us more details about it. But I'm saying, say, and no mandate any in supplier there is no correlation because the supplier no can buffer stock for person there. Buffer stock works through individual suppliers. I don't say Ghana for more companies and also they go to farms and buy them and supply. So the only difference is that in a buffer stock between you and if you want to my supplier no mukoto not supply and then later government pays the supply.
I mean, the kind of picture I'm painting Ghana for, you have the men. It means you know it, you can fix it. A banner, all the processes. Now listening to Kwesi Kwarteng, buffer stock as a government, munim say near be fear. So where are the men to do that?
I go see me that say. Me nim say Kwesi Kwarteng ya kasano ushede tini here. Nedi kanjem ba kwambese be kan say the secondary school system we need the child here metima ka say di anko free SHS mini wunyina who went through the old system and there are times edu baby eduane to be short kakra but not to the extent to say ebechiri su bebre sabre so some model no so ye wo domestic business yama school administrators no and eko abonting eko to duane ne ediba. That was the style, the model they were using. We don't use the buffer stock system. So with the secondary school where you have the domestic bazaar who always get funding from the school administration, or no call farm gates, or no call malata jum, or no call kandeshi jum, and no call all these areas echo to the manaba.
Was it a good model?
But we realized that some of nyama muyeno the corruption and nyama bibre and yediaba. So let's look at another model, buffer stock so that we'll be able to sanitize the system. Which is here. Last week baha na Bole Senior High School. Yeah, Minuka Kubwai.
Yeah.
And I can say Deputy Minister for Education, Honorable Tajolede. What's up for no?
Yeah.
Because it went all over social media. So we are concerned. Every parent ever concerned. Say what is there? ABAC school we and man calling the dear. Yemission. Na kwatin KBB or say obia all over the country say dia it's a national security concern. I was saying it here, but there can be one or two pockets of school that's because of the supply chain system. That's a dear new entry go here. We need to interrogate the emphasis a DNA see in one buffer stock supply no supply no yet two components kadana or can you or say be at the value of the second of the year supply no the same can the second neswati because of the pressure of the CD and the dollar relationship.
Which you said you would tackle.
Do you understand? So clearly we need to interrogate the issues.
Which
well.
You said you would tackle.
Not we will tackle it. They want to distort my flow.
I'm not distorted.
Who said me flow? They want to cut off. They want to cut off my flow. No. I'll come there.
But you said you tackle.
So cool down. So cool down. And the kid running was some. Me kwaye me feel be me ba senior. Me twa sunyani abisim tanoso me do techiri. Kwatin eduane me hu okwan so me toye no you marvel. Brodier in abona you otwe
edro
akesi 350 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
I bought as much as 300 akesi but we because be a transportation and the omo mukokoto ni amene nyina no omo transport because wo de tusu kra no at least to some level me to bunching me to brodier me to nyadoa me to meko at least mema mami bi mema bidibe wo fie bidibe ma mother-in-law are you just to save us and clearly no even though the speculation dollar now and wako CD na wako nyina it's because people are speculating too much and panic buying ebu mu $1 no ediakusi them no waton but I can assure these characters that a day is coming where this price of this CD the dollar will diminish. Then the value are now we expecting was CD dollar next what una wono and a woman
Martin mama mempon just a quick one to question. Oh, my time as well.
As you saying,
also
the dollar is crashing the market.
Yeah,
I show it to you.
Yes,
this is something that is happening all over.
No, but you said
the supply of dollar in the system worldwide.
Honorable Daniel,
please, I'm giving you.
You told Ghanaians to say you will tackle
the situation we find. I will find ourselves now. Dollar no supply no anyhow but the demand and crofona ye kranyama edifia brochuri and never free China those days
you said you have the plan to solve problems.
We'll solve it.
But the solution is not an event.
Please and then we'll cry 140 footer.
This is a government putting up a committee to investigate.
I am educating you. So listen.
It was about
listen to you.
11-member committee.
Now
you couldn't investigate.
China one 40-footer is about $8,000 to $10,000. Good for the catcher.
No, you said you
I'm
were.
telling you.
You said
so
you have arrested.
You
said you have arrested the
I don't
dollar.
like the way you are behaving.
No, I'm asking you
because
questions.
What beside me question? Me yeah no. Me analysis. Then what do you frafra?
Me time.
Me
time.
You are not being fair to us. And your man penning. Asema no kanu e one obejina. Ampa ojitum se Ghana. You sick asem to yeno enko yi mfama ye. So now it is in the resolve. So how do you
respond to Tete Chai as a master your mind?
I will not respond to his evidence. It's because the Abano and Yangana Grand. Yeah.
And the
naira to the dollar is about 750 naira. $1. I'm giving you a video. The dollar is cashing the market. So you are not being fair to me.
30 seconds.
The Kasasa. I know Mark, you understand. Say Quatin education.
I hope in the next 2 months, YNT school be a short here. That's all I want to hear from you.
You will not be able to answer that question.
Oh, why? I didn't know to me. No.
Also,
yes, in the next 2 months, I want to say
arrangement. Emergency supplies every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The expectation is that the challenge is resolved. Beyond that,
that's the expectation.
Yeah, beyond that,
reality.
Of course, I mean, you are dealing with the human interface, and yes, a program. You may have 1-2 challenges, but there is assurance. And you take challenge that's why we are there as a ministry. We'll quickly go in and resolve it.
Last week,
we'll
go
in and resolve it, sure.
You see, that was Grover.
Tete Chai.
Baumia Okrumwa. Ghana City. CTS here against the dollar. Onim. Baba. And on country enchire.
Okasa.
Yo yati.
We
oh no pen America.
Asunjin come.
Closing remarks on.
Na Asunjin come on, maybe. Oh, baby, fair.
Closing remarks. So man.
There been a closing remarks. So I can't. We're treated dollar issue, and now who will be can.
We need to buy you. To be careful, tema.
Money okay me.
Me church and nyama we ya church.
Okay.
The impression you want to create.
Enti pacho CD to dollar no. Mo be solving it that.
Why not? It's a process, a continuous process.
The thing is going higher and higher.
Please, Tete Chai. So you are happy the way we see, that's where we find ourselves in.
No, but
are you happy?
That is why we are asking.
Please, so
you
have given Akufo-Addo and his government the opportunity to serve.
No, you never told Ghanaians. You never told. Man can't check Ghana for say. Moba or Munya Butra, Mobe solve it.
Was the situation like this?
No, but
it means there's something wrong somewhere. Say Brewanu Echewa Daria na Usisi no.
No, that's because you have experts to solve.
Don't be saddest. Please, let us not be saddest. There's room. Say by the time Obe you need Nyama Besisa. Yes, Ramora. He appreciate the concern. President Ojitum.
But your brother is doing a good job.
Which of my brothers?
By Henry Corti.
Of course, he is.
Yeah. He's doing a good job.
I'm giving you thumbs up.
He's one of the men that you have.
You understand?
But I can't the men to tackle the CD to dollar.
CD dollar.
I was young. Okay, we are going wow. Well, check out time. Happy birthday to you, Mrs. Martha Victor. Oh yeah, Asafumame of the Living Foundation Assemblies of God. A colleague no, Mommy Asum Jeka Obenyache, we Efi, Reverend Francis Viotto. Hey, really Viotto? Okay, Viotto. Wow. Mrs. Martha Viotto. Wow. Mommy Asum Jeka, we Efi, Reverend Francis Viotto, head pastor, Living Foundation Assemblies of God Church, and the entire congregation. I must say happy birthday to you, Mrs. Martha Viotto, Asafumame of Living Foundation Assemblies of God Church. Kolegono, mommy, happy birthday. Ubenyache. We Efi. Reverend Francis Vioto, head pastor, Living Foundation Assemblies of God Church, and the entire congregation. I must say congratulations and happy birthday. And this one says, I want to wish my sister Eunice Chame Ajin over Church of Pentecost, Efidiasi Koforidia, area accountants, Asumgenka. Happy birthday to you. And happy birthday, and Dokas Erajua Akpenu Kennedy. And the men are much mammy. Yeah, Raddy. The amateur. I feel no control. Yo, Medasi. I feel you are correct. Medasi, why? Happy birthday to you. Is it my own Dokas? Oh, Dokas. Dokas. Happy birthday to you. Dokas, papa. Na monka maminyani yero. Happy birthday to you. Dokas Rajwa Apedu Kennedy at AdomOnline.com. Happy birthday to you. We love you. Why? As I'm doing now. Dokas, they be on the Syrian Shayo. As I'm about to say, Russia in one corner. Happy birthday to you. And as well, we need a question. My name is CJ. I said, promise Dugbete, Ayua 05 social media, Aisha Ibrahim, Kofi Hassan, Kojo Fojo, lead producer, Joshua Tigo, programs manager, AC Ohine Yadase, the executive producer of the show is our general manager, Abdullah Awudu. Yadase P, Bapanaba, OPD, OPBD, OPM, OPBIAMene, okay, OPBIASO. Omi anyamia from. Now see live, eh? Oh, David, yeah, it's your say business, yeah, oh, better so. I call in a co school na teacher ni bisa say we are dear panede. Opidi dear panede. Oh, and are you a cracker sequedu? And tete banafo crack and say anka.
Oh, papa, my funeral
and your phone. The phone. But you mean heavy.
Empa.
Many have you. Many have you before that. Many have you. Never